Do you have the backyard blues because your grass isn't green? Revitalize your lawn with Revive, the fast-acting, organic-based lawn treatment for thicker, greener grass. Use Revive to ensure maximum moisture retention in your soil, especially when facing drought conditions. With Revive lawn products, get deeper watering, deeper roots, greener grass, and say goodbye to the backyard blues. Get your Revive today. Available as ready spray or granules at your local gardening center.
The ultimate summer weekend getaway is closer than you think at Roaring Springs and Wahoo's in Meridian. Start your mini vacation with adventure for the kids and relaxation for mom and dad at Roaring Springs. Make a beeline straight for the brand new hive and see what all the buzz is about as you fly through twin double looping hives. Then kick back under the stars with dive-in movies at the wave pool every Saturday slide night. Check out this summer's blockbuster lineup at roaringsprings.com. The next day, keep the fun going right next door at Wahoo's. The kids will stay entertained for hours with go-karts, mini-golf, bumper boats, and more while you relax and recharge in the upscale Z Lounge. Save $20 with triple the fun combo tickets at roaringsprings.com. Roaring Springs and Wahoo's, where unforgettable summer memories are made when you visit Idaho.
Your family fun day, one day getaway.
Mom, are we gonna have to move again?
7-year-old Audrey and her mom Sarah saw the eviction notice taped to their apartment door. Audrey had seen the same fearful look in her mom's eyes before. By the time they sat down to lunch, Audrey had forgotten her worries, but Sarah hadn't. As she half listened to Audrey talking about her day at school, a piece of mail caught Sarah's eye. She picked it up and then dialed the phone number.
Thanks for calling Pacific Source. This is Laura. How may I help you?
Hi. This might seem like a long shot, but...
Sarah explained about the eviction notice. She figured her health plan wouldn't be able to help.
Actually, I think we can.
Sarah learned that Pacific Source provides members with support beyond healthcare, including connecting them with housing help. So when Audrey asked again,
"Are we gonna have to move again?"
Sarah replied,
Not this time, sweetheart.
Support beyond healthcare. Pacific Source Health Plans.
Hey Joel, why did you turn our new showroom into a fitness gym?
It's not just a fitness gym, Aaron. It's a credit fitness gym. Suffering weak credit, rehabbing for missed payments, ready to build real credit strength? Get Credit Fit at GoTeamCredit.com. Easy pre-approval for everyone.
Thanks to GoTeamCredit.com, I finally had the credit strength to buy a new Mazda.
GoTeam Credit boosted my credit confidence. Now I drive a better pre-owned car.
No impact on your credit.
No social security number required.
Instant results.
We're going to pump your credit.
Go team, save money, buy happy.
Damaged credit? First-time buyer? Worried you'll get turned down? Good, bad, or no credit. Pre-approvals for everyone at GoTeamCredit.com. Team has helped thousands of people buy a car who didn't think they could. Get pre-approved now at GoTeamCredit.com. Visit, call, chat, or text Team Mazda and Pre-Owned Superstore on the Boulevard and online at GoTeamMazda.com. On approved credit. Hurry in for 0% financing for 72 months on Mazda CX-90 hybrids at Team Mazda.
Hey, look at that. Another big deal coming this Friday at 9 a.m.
Pit Stop Sports Bar and Grill. How about this? $50 for only $25. Pit Stop is Meridian's newest sports bar and grill.
Bringing people together with great food, cold drinks, darts, pool, and nonstop sports on the big screens.
So bring your family or your friends for local and national sports events, and they've got the late night kitchen open until 1 a.m. It's Friday morning at 9. Log on to BigDealBoise.com.
I got my first real six string. Oh, yeah, the
The music, the lights, the lasers of Pink Floyd with the Australian Pink Floyd show, Friday, July 31st, Outlaw Field at the Idaho Botanical Garden. I spoke to lead singer Chris Barnes from the band. That interview is up online at kkgl.com.
got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and we had exactly 7 months.
Oh my goodness.
And so we had time. You know, they told us pancreatic cancer. We knew we were shopping for a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
And when it didn't come, it wasn't like it was the surprise. In fact, I was listening to a Christian station, like a preacher type deal, and the pastor on there said the book of Romans is full of unanswered prayers.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to think about that for a minute, and I knew I hadn't cornered the market on grieving, but you know, if you live long enough and you love strong enough, you're going to grieve.
It's been a long year. I need a decoy. Shorty mixing up the vodka with the lead. That necktie and that black jacket was...
Things like concerts, going out to eat, that sort of thing. But you know, then obviously on the flip side, everything is more expensive too. So it's hard out there.
It is hard out there. Sydney Lake, she's a fortune. Sydney, thanks a lot. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Sore Mom's Petunias. What a meltdown. Looks like Mom's changing the play and making the call to Western Heating and Air.
Western Heating and Air. We can make the Xbox 2 cash rides.
At Larry H. Miller Subaru Boise, we know who's number one in Idaho. You. Incredible guests like you drive us forward every single day. That's why we're offering 0% financing for 75 months or our dealer discount on all in-stock 2026 Subaru Outbacks and Ascents. Come see the team at Larry H. Miller Subaru Boise, where you're always number one. Online at boisesubaru.com.
Available on select new in-stock 2026 Subaru Outbacks and Ascents on approved credit. Offer in 6/30/26.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/credit.
Benson Boone, Somber, Steven Sanchez, and more live. Yours Always Music Festival is coming to the Utah State Fair Park October 2nd and 3rd, featuring Benson Boone.
These beautiful things that I've got.
Somber, Steven Sanchez, and many more across 2 unforgettable days. Get your tickets Friday. See the full lineup at yoursalwayslc.com. Your playlist just became a music festival at yoursalwayslc.com.
You pay what we pay. Ford employee pricing is on now at Kendall Ford of Meridian. From Ford trucks and SUVs to Broncos, Mustangs, and more. Get in on incredible savings on select 2025 and 2026 Fords and get real American value. Bring on the warmer weather adventures in a new Ford and save thousands. Save up to $10,500 off MSRP on a new 4-wheel drive 2026 Ford Explorer ST. Step up to an F-150 and save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2026 Ford F-150 Lariat Super Crew 4x4. With Ford employee pricing, you can buy like an employee and save like an employee. Get in on the savings and stop by Kendall Ford of Meridian today. Kendall, let's start something great.
VIN number 1FTGB11735 and 1FTKD96176. All factory rebates subject to change, all financing on approved credit. Price does not include title registration or tax. Subject to prior sales, see dealer for details. Offer expires 7/6/26.
This summer, start your adventure at Road Credit Union. With 1% cash back or 4 months no payments on auto, boat, and RV loans, it's time to load up the car, grab your keys, and finally take that road trip you've been talking about. Wherever you go, make the most of it with 1% cash back or 4 months no payments on auto, boat, and RV loans. Apply at roguecu.org/adventure. Cashback is 1% of the amount financed up to $1,000 per loan. Maximum loan amount $100,000 will be deposited into your ownership account. For full terms and conditions, call 800-856-7328 or visit roguecu.org/adventure.
Lenny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
The concert of the summer is here. Boise Music Festival, presented by Ultimate Heating, Air, and Plumbing this Saturday, featuring Marshmello.
I want you to be happier.
With Sean Paul. Live from the Dollar Loan Center main stage. Don't just go, upgrade. Limited cool zone access remains, and the best day of the summer deserves the best view. Pit passes are available now. See Everclear, Julia Cole, Eve 6, MKTO, and more
from the Cool Zone or the Pits. Ticket prices go up at the door. Boise Music Festival, June 27th. BoiseMusicFestival.com.
Brought to you by Micron, Fence and Lumber, U.S. Amido Peptide Research, Ollieball, Cactus Pete's Resort Casino, and produced by Town Square Media.
KSAS FM Caldwell, a Town Square media station. Phone pranks, the second date update, and number one for what's trending.
This is 103.5 KISS FM.
Boise's #1 hit music station. 103.5 KISS FM. Probably
6930 Jack.
New job, sweet girlfriend, kids are going to be with you soon.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get any better.
Well, you could win the lottery.
Well, then, yeah, it could be better that way.
Although I think being on my show is a far better cry than winning the lottery, don't you?
I will have to agree with you there. Yeah, like I said, I'm a long-time listener. My mom, before she passed away, she and I used to sit and listen to you all the time when I was younger. A lot older now, but still sitting there listening to you with my girlfriend.
Isn't that funny that you've gotten older and I haven't?
But I get to sit home every night with my beautiful girlfriend and listen to you when we go to bed, and it just brings back a lot of memories, and it's nice to be able to listen to you every night and be with a beautiful woman I care dearly about.
Don't have a driver's license.
I do not.
Well, that is a good one. I want to give our listeners some ideas, though, as we think about other potential big changes. Consider the big changes that have happened over the last 250 years. Biggest, maybe, end of slavery, which came by constitutional amendment. We've made huge changes because of our votes. Like when FDR swept into power, he brought Social Security, LBJ, Medicare, Medicaid. Reagan, the change the country wanted was less government. And there have also been changes that haven't involved votes or the Constitution. We've embraced technology from AI to social media to medical breakthroughs like GLP-1 drugs. And we've decided that certain things should not be done, like smoking in public places or driving without a seatbelt. So what is one thing you would change about America as it celebrates its big birthday? You can call us at 844-4MIDDLE. That is 844-464-3353. Or go to listentothemiddle.com. But first, last week we asked about the biggest challenges facing teachers. Today, here are some of the voicemails that came in.
Hi, this is Patrick. I'm calling from Grassmere, Connecticut. One of the reasons that leads to teacher burnout is just all the decisions they have to make every single day. I also thought that AI is a big problem. A lot of kids kind of don't really feel the need to think. So as a result, I see a lot of learned helplessness as well.
Hi, my name is Maggie. I'm calling from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm a teacher. I've been both a special ed and a general education teacher in elementary and middle schools. One of the biggest challenges we face in Wisconsin is lack of funding for special education.
Hi, my name is Joel, and I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona. And my comment was about teachers and their lack of tools for disciplining. And I think that what's absent from that discussion is the role of parents. And I think that a lot of that discipline starts at home.
You can hear that full show and more of your voicemails on our podcast extra. The follow-up, just subscribe to The Middle wherever you get your podcasts. So now to our topic this hour. As our country celebrates 250 years, what would you change about America? Tolliver, remind us how people can reach us.
You can call us at 8444-MIDDLE. That's 844-464-3353. Or you can write to us at listentothemiddle.com or comment on our live stream on YouTube.
And joining us this hour, Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna of California. Congressman, great to have you on.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on for the hour.
And journalist Mike Pesca is with us as well, host of both the GIST and the How To podcast. Mike, great to have you as well.
Thanks for having me on with Representative Khanna.
Yeah, and Congressman, let me start with you because you've said that you're thinking about running for president. You must have thought about some things you would like to change. What is at the top of your list for something that you would change about America?
Money in politics. We need to have a constitutional amendment to overturn Citizens United. If it's not going to go through Congress with the two-thirds that are needed, we should go to the states. There's a group, America Promise, that already has 25 states ready to hold a constitutional convention under Article 5 to force a vote on overturning Citizens United. I believe we can get to 29, 30 states. We would force Congress to pass this amendment. And we've used this before in our country's history to get the direct election of senators. Congress wasn't moving. We went to the states. The states got to about 27, 29, and then that forced Congress to act.
By the way, the last constitutional amendment that we had was in the 1990s. It involved congressional salaries. Why do you think there haven't been more constitutional amendments brought up and passed in the last few decades?
Well, the framers, as you know, made it hard to do. It requires two-thirds of Congress and three-fourths of the states to ratify, or two-thirds of the states to call a convention and then three-fourths to ratify. And the problem has been big money and special interests really can have enough of a impact to make that kind of majority very difficult to obtain. But I believe you can get that on this issue of money in politics. In fact, there's a Republican in Michigan, Tom Bartlett, he's not well known, he's one of the newer members, who's introduced this amendment. So this has the ability, in my view, to really bring the country together.
Mike, I don't think that you have started an exploratory committee for any kind of run, but what would you change about America?
Well, there's the snap your finger change, and then there's the let's get in there and tweak the Constitution, and Representative Khanna is absolutely right. The reason that's so hard to is that was by design, and the Constitution has a lot of flaws. But let's also excuse the founders. They were reinventing democracy for the first time after Athens. So they got some things wrong, and they tried their best, but it is a little frustrating that we can't correct the things. I would say, and I have my list of wish lists, if I were to pass a constitutional amendment, I would go with uncapping the House. I wonder what Representative Khanna thinks of that, but this would have a couple things. It would pretty much take away all the problems with the Electoral College, but also it would just mean that our representatives are closer to the people, and we don't have, you know, he represents 700,000 people. When we started, it was like 1/20th of that, and that would probably be a better democracy. I also think on the issue of money in politics, it will be very hard to pass because the people who will be asked to vote on it got there in the old system. And I also think if you look at the political science, money in politics is important. It does somewhat correlate to some of the problems we have. I think not as severely as most people think, and just look at the last 3 or 4 presidential elections, used to always be the case that Democrats were outraised by Republicans. Then Democrats started swamping Republicans in the presidential race and other races too, and they would lose occasionally to Donald Trump, more than occasionally. So it's not the silver bullet. I'm not saying that you're saying it is, but maybe if some people think this will correct most of our ills, I don't think so.
Well, Congressman Khanna, let me ask you, I mean, the other thing that makes it difficult to do a constitutional amendment or to make big change in this country right now is the level of polarization that we have in this country. Do you think that that can change, or is that where we are at this point?
It can change. It depends on finding the issues that can have common ground. Obviously, Thomas Massey and I managed to do it on the release of the Epstein files. And that was an issue in terms of let's not cover up sexual abuse that still united Americans. My sense is that there is a growing a recognition that we shouldn't be giving aid to Israel, particularly in light of how they've acted in Gaza. People may not go as far as I have in saying it was a genocide, but there is certainly a recognition on both sides of the aisle, especially the next generation, that we should be focused on the United States not getting into these foreign wars. That could be another area. And then there's a recognition that we really shafted a lot of people who didn't go to college in terms of their economic security, deindustrialized a large part of the country. We've seen wealth pile up in the hands of a few and benefit the capital class. And then we need a new economic vision that really provides economic security to towns that were hollowed out and to working class Americans, particularly Americans who didn't have a college degree. And so those are areas that I think you could find common ground.
Mike, what do you think? Do you think that it is possible to get more unity in the country, less polarization?
Very hard. And I think you put your finger on where I would snap my fingers and change something. To lessen the enmity, to decrease the incentives for polarization, which are everywhere, and they're kind of baked into the system now. I just want to yes and the Epstein point and say, look at just what happened this week with almost all of the Senate and almost all of your House getting together to pass this very bipartisan bill about housing. Everyone wanted it.